Coming up next is an in-depth visit to the Hermitage Museum. This is one of the greatest art museums in the world, second in size only to the Louvre in Paris. The Hermitage has a splendid collection that includes statues as well as paintings, and the interior design of the palace itself really is the star of the show, outshining even the great pieces they have. Paintings of the walls, the columns, the carvings, the ceilings really lets you know that this used to be the palace of the great Tsar of Russia. And the best way to see the Hermitage is with a local guide.
You can see famous ballet dances by Degas. In this room we have paintings by Paul Cezanne. You can see what Paul Cezanne looked like. You know, he painted the same mountain at different times of the day, when it was in the sun, in the shade, and so on and so forth. Here we also have a couple of paintings by Pissarro. So these are all paintings by Gaughin.
Very nice selection of the post-impressionists of Gaughin as well as Van Gogh.
Portraits by Renoir. You can see the haystack by Claude Monet. You know, he painted the same haystack at different times of the day, just to show the effect of the sun or the light on the objects he painted.
The Impressionists occupy just 8 galleries, but with excellent works by all your favorites: Monet, Manet, Renoir, Pissarro, Cezanne, Van Gogh, and Gaughin. If you only have time for one visit to the museum, and you value Impressionists above all, as many art fans do, figure out a pathway that will take you to these upper galleries right away, because your senses are soon going to be overwhelmed by this giant collection. And an astounding 37 paintings by Matisse, which is Europe's largest collection of his works. My favorite all-time Matisse painting just here with the blazing colors, the beautiful patterns. Matisse had a long and illustrious career that spanned the whole range from post-impressionism right into the modern era, including the dance.
You can see beautiful sculptures by Rodin.
Nice Rodin selection. Good place to sit down and take a little break as we make our way through the rest of the modern selections here. More Picassos. They've got Leger. There's some Kandinskys and others of the early 20th century, mid-20th century moderns.
So this is the gold room, called so because of the gold leaf. So this room where we are now is known as the White Hall, and it's called so because of its interior decoration. During the Second World War, this room was badly damaged. On the walls there are tapestries made in Russia. It's the Malachite Room. Now, malachite was found in Russia, in the Urals mountains. Now the deposits of malachite here don't exist anymore. They are all exhausted.
The Malachite Room is one of the most famous galleries, decorated in semi-precious green malachite stone. This type of stone is never found in large pieces, but here there are large columns, tables, and vases completely covered with stone that's carefully fitted to look like one seamless piece. Excellent collection of Greek and Roman and Egyptian artifacts as well. The Greek pieces are housed in this wonderful room. It looks like an ancient Greek temple, just like the Parthenon might have been. And then we leave the Greek world behind and venture into ancient Egypt. Nice room filled with Egyptian mummies and stone carvings and various artifacts from ancient Egypt. And the next room over has a large selection of Roman sculptures, including a huge statue of Jupiter. And look at this huge vase. That took a team of horses to bring it in cross-country to St. Petersburg.
The room was designed in Moorish style. Now you walk around and you'll see how ornate the room is. The columns here are faced with white marble from Italy. Look at the beautiful chandeliers, which had candles originally. Now here we have the collection of mosaic tables. This is all inlaid and it dates back to the middle of the 19th century. Now we are living in.
From this lovely white Moorish-style room, we walk over to a great selection of sculptures by Canova. They've got half a dozen pieces, including the famous Three Graces by Canova, an Italian sculptor of the early 19th century, one of Napoleon's favorite artists, and a series of Italian paintings as well. This is Annibale Carracci, and a room filled with Rembrandts. They have one of the largest collections of Rembrandts in the world. This is a loggia that was after the style of Raphael. It's a copy of a loggia that Raphael painted in the Vatican. And we have an original oil work by Raphael here, Madonna and Child, one of his great masterpieces, and two paintings by Leonardo da Vinci. Not just one, but two by that most elusive and rare great Renaissance artist.
We are in the room where we have paintings by Rubens. We have 56 canvases and sketches by Rubens.
Rubens, too, was a master of the Baroque style. Here's Venus and Mars, a great clash, and then the deposition from the cross.
We also have 23 paintings by Van Dyck.
Van Dyck was a Dutch painter who painted most of his life in England. There's a self-portrait of the artist. Hermitage has a nice selection of pieces by him. And Paulus Potter with his barnyard scene, a lovely rustic scene of peaceful animals and the happy farmers taking care of them. The extensive Hermitage collection has something for everyone, but it is just too big to see in one day. So try and cover half today and come back tomorrow for the second half. Admiralty Square out front of the Hermitage has become a very popular place for horse carriages. You can take a ride around the square. Nice local treat.